Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's live. It's Friday, it's 9 p.m.
And we are back.
Back here on the topic
How to ace your career.
So, guys, it's an amazing session. We love coming here live.
Yes.
Adding value to all the people who attend.
Absolutely.
And all the people who go through the recordings. It's such an amazing and gratifying feeling that we are being able to add value to all those people who are attending these sessions live or probably seeing it as a recording. There's a lovely feedback that we are getting after each session.
Yes.
To begin, let's really introduce ourselves. So I'm Nutan, I'm a career and life coach.
I'm Dheeraj, I'm a career coach, life coach, spiritual coach.
And both of us together, Nutan and Dheeraj, form ND Life Coaching.
Yes.
Where we specialize in coaching people at their mid-age.
Yes.
So people from their 35 to 50 is the audience that we really cater to. That doesn't mean that the insights that we share and the learnings that we are sharing, the topics that we take on how to ace your career is not relevant for others. It's relevant for every person who's working, but it is more specifically meant for people who've had an experience of 12 to 15 years in their work life.
So Kshitija, Manish, Vishnu, welcome, and all those people who are watching us. Welcome all of you. So the point is, why 35 to 45 or 50? Because generally at this juncture of life, people do get stuck after 12 to 15 years of their work ex. And that's why we create a breakthrough, no matter what situation and where they are stuck. So today is going to be very, very interesting because we are going to, and as we had promised, today is our second series of talking about the mentor. Okay, yes. The insights of the mentor. And today we are talking about a great guy. So she's interviewed. I think she should talk about it. Yes.
So today we are going to talk about Mr. Mehernosh Tata.
Yes.
Who is the CEO at Edelweiss Retail Finance Limited. And he was really so soft-spoken, so amazing that when he spoke to me, we didn't even realize how that 1 hour went. We actually had to discuss for half an hour. But he also patiently kept answering to all the questions I had. And the communication really went so smooth. That probably came out as such a strong part of his personality when I was talking to him. So I really expressed my heartfelt gratitude to him to be able to spare that time and share his insights on his journey of success in his professional life. A big thank you to you, sir, for really sharing these things and working together with me on what I've really created as a learning from the interview session that we had.
There were a lot of insights from the interview. I think probably more than 17 or 18 insights. But today, we are going to give you the 5, the takeaway, the key takeaway that we have taken. We're going to share that with you. And others are already there. If you want, today's post has all the, key takeaways or all the, experience that he shared is all there.
So beautiful, we've covered when you're in your mid-age, probably 12 to 15 years of experience and you're wanting to break your comfort zone. What is that you need to look into? When the younger generation is joining the workforce, what is that they need to do so that they are successful? But let's really start first from his, the key attributes that led to his success. So first thing which he mentioned was, though he's a chartered accountant and he did very well for himself in the credit underwriting. So for people who are in finance, will understand this word called as credit underwriting. That's what he did in his initial age for this first job at an MNC bank. And while doing that, over the years, he felt that there's one other side of him, and that was the business sense that he had. He always wanted to try his hands on that side, generating revenue for the company, seeing how business can come to the organization. And he did try that.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that, like we say, every good thing comes at a cost. So he was one person who took that risk of shifting from credit, which is a great area for a CA to do, from there to move to business side, to gather revenue, to go into the sales field. And that risk that he took also came with a cost. So when he expressed this to his team, he was moved from the national role to regional role. It was like a demotion, but he was absolutely okay with that because he wanted to follow his gut and try hands on how he could do in that area.
Absolutely.
And the effort that he took, the results were, of course, amazing. He could do so well for himself and his team. He created the business. He started getting big ticket sizes to the organization. People really, in fact, he was the youngest in his department who was doing so well in his
Yes.
current role. So that was the beginning of his career, how he grew from there. And another risk that he took was moving from this comfort zone where he grew in this organization for around 15 years. He moved from there to a new role. But all the learnings that he had in these 15 years helped him to play this role so effectively. The role that he's playing, that he's leading the organization today, and he's playing such a wonderful role there.
Absolutely. So the first point is basically follow your passion. That's the first cake that we could take. Second thing what he said is stay hungry all your life for more knowledge, to do more, to give more, to learn more. Okay, so that's the second thing. In fact, he suggested to the younger generation to spend 30 minutes every single day to read something that can add value to their life. And I can tell you that's for all of us, not only the younger generation. I know not even 2% people who really do it, and every year. Like, we've got habituated. We started with that 30 minutes, and today it's been 2 hours every single day that we spend on learning and studying new things. So stay hungry all your life is the second point.
Then one very fascinating thing which I just discussed with you, that habit of taking a risk, and that risk has really paid him off. So most of the times when we are looking at a career, we are wanting to do the same thing what we have done. One, because it's our comfort zone, and second, we believe that's our expertise. We don't want to move from there.
Absolutely.
But if there is something that you believe in your gut that you are good at, then it's a great attitude to take risk, because that will pay you off.
Absolutely.
Of course, the risk is not without any cost. It comes with a cost, but it's really worth it. And you, at the end of the day, can have that feeling that I at least tried something which I felt I was good at.
True. The next thing, another thing that he said, that as a leader, he was an enabler for his team. He used to set benchmarks for himself to respond to the team with a turnaround time of 4 hours. He worked for long hours, but he did not expect the team to sit up late for him. So the point is, he always raised the standard. So leaders are one who need to raise the standard. They need to first do things, and then people follow you. It's not that you tell others and you just sit there and go home. You are the one who is performing. That was an amazing. I think that's something which so many successful leaders, the great leaders, have done. They have always been the people on the front line. They have done it more and spoken less about it.
So, the beauty of him was, one side he was really good at credit rating, the other side he was good at business. So, converting clients. Now, imagine what a deadly combination this could be for any organization.
Yeah.
That you can get revenue, and you can also, by giving in the loans, but also at the same time be sure that you're picking up the right risk. So, with that kind of strengths that he had, he actually became an enabler for his team.
Absolutely.
And this was the first time I heard from someone saying that I put a turnaround time for myself. And I had told my team that whenever, whatever time of the day, when you write a mail about a deal of a client, expect a reply within 4 hours. Isn't that amazing?
Amazing. So Vishnu, Varun, Manjeet, Shruta, Wajid, Shepali, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Yes. So that was one beautiful thing that I learned as a leader, which we all say, right? You have to show it by an example, and he did it. He led the team by really going all out, talking with the clients, getting new business, but at the same time, he also ensured that others who were getting the deals, he would turn around, reply to them in 4 hours, so that everything flew smoothly.
Amazing.
He loved to work long hours because he's really passionate and ambitious about what he does, but he never expected the team to sit late in the night and work. So, we all talk about, which we're going to talk later, work-life balance. How did he handle it? And that's going to be one of the topics that we're going to talk today after discussing the key insights. The another thing, like I told you, at the mid-age, which is really relevant for all of us, people who have worked in an organization for probably 10 to 12 years or more, have been there. There's a comfort zone. People know them. They have delivered. People look at them as a performer. And then it becomes very difficult to really look beyond this
Very true.
framework. So if you are wanting to move and break this comfort zone for a new job, what is that you look into? What should you look into? And his reply was, the first thing is the branding of the company, especially if it's a startup. How is it placed? What is the reputation? What are the founders talking about? Have they been delivering what they have been speaking?
True.
And after knowing that, see whether your values are aligned to the organization. If they are not aligned, means that's not meant for you. Then next, the role that you're looking at should not be something which is not matching your personality, right? So like I said, he was soft-spoken, amazing communication skills. He's responded so patiently, all amazing qualities for a sales guy to go there and close a deal, right? So, these kinds, and that is why he was comfortable in his role. So is it really tallying with your personality? One beautiful thing that he mentioned was, at this stage, if people have really done well in their career, at this mid-age, money should not be the focal point of making the decision whether to move into the next role or no.
Yes.
Neither it should just be that I was a region and now I'm a national leader. So it's just adding a few more cities or locations to my name. What he said was, what are the complexities that the next role will give you? Will it really present any challenge
True.
in the new opportunity that you're seeking? Because that's how you will grow internally and externally.
In fact, me and my son, we were talking about an actor, a famous Bollywood actor, multi-billionaire today. But I was saying that, it's been now almost 2 decades. He's been doing only same kind of role, same kind of role. If you catch all these 30 movies, it will be the same thing. I think it's time that he challenge himself as an actor and he works on different roles. Because one day or the other you get bored and people also get bored seeing you. Same way, it's important that we challenge ourselves and we are able to grow. So at this stage, when you are in your 40, it's time that it's just not about the money, but what role will I get into? But as a professional, I've challenged myself and I've grown.
So for all of you who are there listening to me right now, from these 5 things that I shared as my key takeaways, what is that 1 or 2 things which you would really want to implement right away so that you can ace in your career?
Absolutely. Even one is great.
Yes. If you can drop that in the comment section,
It would be great.
Yes. I would love to know what is your take back. What is that is important for you or relevant for you at this particular juncture of your career? What you could implement later could be the next point.
Yes.
But currently in your role, what is that you can adapt quickly so that you can ace in your career? Of course, there are many more insights, and I'm just not being able to do justice to capture all of them because there's very little time that we have here. But I would request you to go back to that post where we have put in all the points that we had as a discussion in the interview session. It's a beautiful story. You will thoroughly enjoy it.
Please don't miss this because you don't get to speak to these people and interact with these people on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
Imagine a CEO of such a great company. It's not that they are easily available. So I think we were fortunate that we could learn so much, and that's why we shared it with you so that you can also make the best of it. So don't miss that opportunity. Read the post tonight itself and take all the takeaways because that's going to change your career. That's going to ace your career.
So, when you read the post, when you like it, and when you're going to share your key takeaways, I feel that's the way to really repay our gratitude
for such a person.
To a person who's really spared their time for us to really grow and ace in your career. So please do that. So he feels that it was really worth the effort.
Absolutely. And if that has made a difference in your life, the learnings and the understanding and some certain great realization, I think, and if you can put that somewhere on the post that, this is something I learned, that is a key takeaway for all the people who are giving interviews. It's not about bragging about themselves, but it's about the idea, the reason they come here and they're giving us interview so that they can create effect and value in people's life. And if that's really affecting you, that will give immense amount of fulfillment and the purpose is solved.
Yes. So please go back and read the post and share your feedback. Now coming for the topic of today's session.
Yes.
Work-life balance and toxic work culture. From all the people that we've spoken to, me, Dheeraj, my team.
I would put all the successful people, okay? All the people who've really made it big.
Yeah, so I'm saying that when we reached out to people on what is one reason that really makes them unhappy at their work front, what is something which is very stressful, What is that reason that they move out, take up a job instantly, or will leave the current company even if they don't have a job in hand? Two great reasons that came out was one, a toxic work culture.
Yes.
And second was if they don't get work life balance. These have really been emerging as the top two reasons for
Very
all the
true,
employees
very
across the
true.
industry, not related to one particular group, but everyone across. And that's why we thought that today we'll pick up these two things and we will share
Yes,
with you
yes.
what's our viewpoint and how can you deal with these two things. So the first one, of course, is work-life balance. And like Dheeraj was sharing, all the successful people that we've been interviewing, everyone mentioned one single thing.
Please don't feel bad, don't feel upset. Okay?
And that is work-life balance is like a dream which won't come true. If you want to ace in your career, if you want to be successful, the kind of times that we are living in, there's going to be no work-life balance. Does that mean that it's going to end your family life, your personal front? No.
No.
That's not what we're talking about.
Absolutely. What you need to do is keep molding yourself as per the priorities between your personal and professional life. Because that's what even we do. Adaptability. Adaptability is the key to success in today's area. And I completely agree because that's what we have done with our lives. So whenever there has been a time when a family needed us, we have given complete 100% attention to the family needs. Like like our brothers.
Both times and both
Both
bad
that
times.
brother son marriage was there, and almost a week we were there, completely focused to that. And also when whenever anybody falls ill, maybe my parents or her mother or anybody, we are all there. We leave everything, we are there. At the same time, when there is a demand coming in our professional life, then we are full there. Like for example, we did a workshop, it was really required for our professional life. We used to start in the night 12 p.m. until morning 5, we used to be there awake, doing the workshop, learning, and still getting up at 8 o'clock, doing what we are supposed to do.
So, just 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours of sleep we were catching up for
Less than
continuously.
that. 4 hours. I think maximum was 4 hours.
Yes, absolutely. So 5 we would go to sleep, 8:30 we would wake up,
Yeah.
get back to our regular activities. After finishing everything, again join the session because it was US timings, 12:30 to 5 in the night, and then again the same thing continued for 6 days.
So for that 1 week, almost 6 days, we were only focused on our work, that's our mission, and learning. We did not give time to friends or anything except this, because that was demanding that time.
So that is why, how do I keep moving or juggling between what's my priority for today?
Yes.
For this week, for this month.
Yes.
Is what decides where is
So
going
that's
to be
the
my
work-life balance.
Yes.
Okay. Depending on where are you needed the
Most. Right? And that's what was the same thing which, if you heard the interview last time,
Yeah.
Tata came in, the MD of Accenture, and she shared that she spends quality time with her family.
Yes.
But she delegates many things and she's cultivating amazing relationship so that her environment is supporting her in all what she's doing at her career. And same thing was mentioned with Mr. Mehernosh Tata that I've been working for long hours and I really don't look back at work-life balance. That is what I've been giving my 100%. But at the same time, he was also there for his family.
Yes.
So when work needs priority, focus on that. When family needs priority, focus on that.
But yes, one important point. While doing all of this, don't miss to take care of your physical and mental well-being. Because if you don't do, then you will not be able to progress for a very long time. Like yesterday, I met a guy and I saw him emotionally, mentally, he was so choked, he was such a bad shape. I told him, you're not even 40. I have all my doubt that he will even pull till 50. So because, only work. And I said, that's not right. You need to also focus on your health. So we believe minimum 1 hour, you need to remove time for yourself every single day.
And what do you do in that 1 hour? 45 minutes should be focused on your physical exercise.
Yes.
Could be swimming, jogging, cycling, running, walking, yoga, gym, whatever that you want. You can focus on really pushing your physical strength, strengthening your body, your muscles. And then it's about 15 minutes of mental well-being. How does that happen? You need to give time to either meditation or
breathing exercise. Absolutely.
Both this put together will help you maintain the pace for the day and will give you sufficient energy to fulfill all your chores efficiently. In fact, there was one of my clients who's recently joined my individual life coaching, and she was telling this, that for 12 years she's lived with that myth that I don't have the time, so I will not spend time on doing physical activity, that's exercise for my body. I'll focus that 1 hour so that I'll do much more in life. But after we started a session, she went back and she started doing this, and she realized that the more she worked on her physical well-being, the more energy she had to stretch herself for a longer duration of time. So, dear friends, when you push yourself physically while you're doing an exercise, it doesn't tire you. It actually brings in fresh energy, vibrancy to your life. So don't miss on those 45 plus 15. 1 hour every single day give to yourself. And beyond that, that 30 minutes for reading is going to be an amazing thing that will help you ace your career.
Very true.
The next thing that we're going to talk about is toxic work culture. Now, toxicity is something which is really been overused. If we look at the media, it's over abused word. Anything and everything we just talk about toxic in relationship everywhere. But what is really important is one, the tools and the strategies to deal with it, which we have already shared in our previous session.
Yes.
Today what we would like to do is to go a little deeper on this subject.
Yep.
So what does it really mean? Toxicity means?
Toxic is the word which has been overused. What does it really mean? Unpleasantness caused by some people, especially if that person is your boss, or the culture in the company which promotes politics, poor pay structure, extensive working hours, etc. So it's an unpleasantness that has been caused to your life.
Right, and it could be either in the environment, the way the company is groomed, which is entertaining politics and divide and rule is the way they function, or it could be one most important key person who works in your life, in your work environment, which is your boss.
In fact, all those people who've been working for 20-25 years, or people like us who started in 1994, we know that, we used to not use this word. I think we didn't even knew about this word. What we were saying is, it's not a healthy environment. Okay, or it's unpleasant, things are not that good. But this whole word, because the words that you use is the meaning that you give, and meaning that you give is the emotion that you feel. So if you keep saying toxic, toxic, toxic again and again and again, the emotions that you will get are not good. They are going to give you a very low state of emotion, and that's not going to help you.
And of course, so many people give up on their job because they can't deal with this stress.
Yes.
And if they unfortunately don't get another job in a certain period of time, then their life becomes even more miserable.
Absolutely. And that has got nothing to do with the age factor. I've seen kids in 20s doing that, and I've seen people in 50s doing that. They just give up without having another job in hand because they could not deal with the boss or with the situation.
And then that starts flowing and reaching out to your personal relationships,
yes,
and even they get damaged.
Yes.
So to be able to sustain in this environment where you may have to be there, you don't have a choice to move immediately out till you don't get a great opportunity. How do you still sustain is what we're going to discuss today.
Yes.
So the very important thing that we really need to know is that all of us live in two worlds. One is the inner world or the internal world, and second is the external world or the environment that we live in.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, when we look at people saying that why are you unhappy, where is the stress level, why are you frustrated, 99.9% of the times people will point towards the environment. It's the external world that we blame for our unhappiness. And all the reasons that I mentioned above, all of them are related to the external world.
Yeah, but what you feel is more important and more powerful, because the external, no, not at all. It's not the external reason. What matters is where do you live internally. That's the most important thing, because that decides the quality of your life.
So it's not the external world. Dear friends, because you have not been able to master your inner world, you feel so much of stress.
Yes.
If you're internally strong, flexible, at peace with yourself, you will not only be able to survive in this environment, but you will also grow as a person. This environment will push you over the edge and you'll become a much better version of yourself, right? Because all of us know this, that when someone is pushed to the edge, there are some people who will grow while others will fall down.
Absolutely.
Now it's key to understand what is the difference between the two, and that is a mastery of your inner world.
Yes.
How do we do that?
So, first thing, cultivate positive emotions like courage, passion, curiosity, flexibility, perseverance, cheerfulness, determination, compassion, love, warmth, kindness. There's so many such positive emotions you can cultivate. Okay, these will come to your use when you go through such tough situations. Emotions are like muscles. Okay, the more you use them, the more they grow, and vice versa. Don't wait for a challenge to come in your life. Start using it now. Work on it now. Make this your most important agenda of life. Okay? Because if you don't do so, because nobody wants to be with people who are irritated, agitated, angry, upset, insecure, fearful. Nobody wants to be.
In fact, I want to ask this to all of you here.
How many of you want to be with a person? Please write on the chat box. How many of you want to be with a person who is angry, upset, irritated all the time? How many of you? In the chat box. How many of you want to do that? Nobody, right? Nobody wants. Nobody's interested to be with someone who is like this. But
Everyone wants to be around a
cheerful.
a wise person, a passionate person, an energetic person, an enthusiastic person,
Yes.
a person who's really adaptable, person who's approachable. We all love to be around such people.
Yes.
Then don't you think you should work on being
That one person. That person that everybody wants to be with you. So that's the first thing. Cultivate positive emotions.
Because such kind of people, they brush those energies on you, isn't it right?
Absolutely.
And that's why if I want to be with such kind of a person, why should I not become such a person that everyone would love to have around? The second part is learn to be able to channelize your focus. That's the art that all successful people have developed. Where do you focus on at any point in time and at all the time will decide how far you can go in your professional and
Personal, which
life.
means, do you look at the negativities first in any situation? Do you notice what's wrong in a person? Do you focus on what you don't have? When was the last time you complimented someone for something good?
So, are you a person who first looks at the negatives? I remember that day I was talking to someone and such a beautiful thing has happened in his life, but all that he couldn't discuss. What he could point out was two small little things which didn't go his way. So imagine such a big occasion, such a great victory,
Absolutely.
but he didn't notice that. He could only notice what went wrong. So are you looking at the negatives first in any situation? Do you really notice when you meet a person? Do you really notice what is wrong in that person? Do you focus in your life on what you don't have versus what you have?
Instead of saying someone, you're looking so great today. Oh, why did you wear this color combination?
And I would really want you to think, pause for a second and think. When was the last time that you complimented someone for something good in them? When was the last time that you complimented someone for something good in them? You don't remember, right? That's because that's become our way of life.
That's become a pattern of focus. Constantly we are focusing negative things, what we don't have, things we didn't have, things which are not correct, things which are not good, situation which is not in your favor. That's what you focus on.
And that is why you become so stressed that you can't deal with the
So
external world.
change your pattern of focus.
Then the third one is,
do you meditate, okay, or connect to your creator every day? If not, then now is the time, because meditating or creating a connect with the creator is very important. And this is the moment. Don't wait. Every single day we spend 3 hours. I'm not saying do that. I started with 5 minutes 29 years back, 1994, and now it's been 3 hours. She does 2.5 hours. Every single day we connect to our creator. That's very important. That is where you find peace, hope, sanity comes in, wisdom comes in. It's a very beautiful state to be. The mode you choose is completely up to you, how you want to connect. But being connected to the universal power is a must. That's how you can have complete mastery, one of the way, on your emotions.
then do you live in gratitude? How grateful are you towards all the people who have helped you to grow in some or the other way in life? When was the last that you thanked someone for their efforts? When was the last time that you acknowledged someone for showing up when you needed them? Very difficult to remember, right? But don't you think that's the right way to live? So it's time to really cultivate and strengthen. If you have it, strengthen it. If you don't
Absolutely.
have it, cultivate it. Cultivate gratitude in your life, and believe me, life starts changing.
I've been doing this for many years, and I can tell you one thing. Either you can be grateful or you can be fearful.
Either you can be grateful or you can be stressed, angry, irritated,
Yes.
upset.
Try this, my dear friends. It works. It has worked not only for us, but hundreds of people we have told them, and it's worked for everyone again and again.
And finally, the most important thing,
Yeah, the most crucial thing.
does your heart believe in giving? Are you a person who is a giver or a receiver?
Like that is a very important thing. Be very careful. Like I remember I was talking to someone, are you a giver or a receiver? He said, I keep giving. I said, wow, very good. That's nice. So give me an example. So all what he's giving in return is expecting also something. Now that's not a giver. A giver is one who unconditionally gives to people.
So we're not trading, we are giving
Yeah.
with zero expectation.
Yes.
If you work on these 5 points, you will be able to master. If you work on these 5 points, you'll be able to master your inner world.
Yes.
And believe me, once you have done that, nothing is impossible in life. Of course, it's not a cakewalk. It takes a lot of focused efforts, energies, channelizing your energies to do it.
It also takes time. Okay, it's not going to happen in a day. We've taken, it's the third decade going on that where I have reached emotionally. But then it's better to start now instead of waiting, thinking, "अरे बहुत साल लगता है." It's okay. अभी शुरू करो. Maybe 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year down the line, you've reached there.
But every day you're progressing. Every year you reach the next milestone, and that's the best way to live. And as you keep progressing, you will find the external world responding to help you advance, to help you grow in your career and in your life.
In fact, today's session I had with a couple, and almost 9 months back we started coaching them. So this couple constantly used to be in a negative or a low emotional state, and that is why they were not able to attract something great in life. Today, it was a great day because both had in this week a great breakthrough. Wife got a job with 105% growth. I'd say 105% growth, and that's how the end. She's got 3 offers. Okay, 3 offers in hand, and husband has got 2 options. So, and both of this has come to them. The universe has got to them. Just one more main thing they did, they changed their emotional state. They have now today a good amount of mastery on their emotional state.
So, dear friends, tomorrow we are conducting a workshop on how
Yes.
to ace your career. We're going to go through these points in details on how to really progress from the stage that you are to reach to the stage that you truly desire.
Yes.
It's at a very nominal fee of 999, but in just 3 to 4 hours, you're going to cover all of this so that you can grow in your career. So if you have not registered, please go back and look into the link and register yourself. I would love to see you on the other side tomorrow evening at
I
4
can
o'clock.
promise you, because I know the money is too small here. I can promise you the time that you're going to invest in this workshop with us, you're going to take back much more, and you're going to feel that this was one of the best decisions that you took for your professional life. So please join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. on how to ace your career. The workshop is all about that, and that's going to change your life. Register yourself now.
Great. So have a great weekend. See you next Friday, 9 p.m. by bringing in more new insights from more different people from different industries. Keep waiting, keep watching, keep learning, and keep growing in your career and your life. That's it from both of us. We're signing off. Good night. Have a great weekend.